Hey, what is up, guys? We are here with another episode of Learning is Fun. So, you guys already saw the videos of me breaking down stuff live on stream. I uploaded those to YouTube as well. Now, this is going to be a look at what happens if I break down your videos when it's not streaming, right? So, when I am streaming, I have the luxury of being able to talk to you guys while I'm looking at stuff, and it helps with understanding your thought process as I look at stuff too. But this is an example of what it would look like if I was breaking down just raw footage, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's a video of me playing just a random ranked match I played earlier. I played it and I was like, yeah, you know what? I think I'll break that video down. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. And if you do, I'll be really glad, especially if you guys learned something. And if you guys are looking forward to getting your replays broken down, then this is what you guys can expect. So here we go. This is going to be Jago versus Maia, which is a matchup I like a lot because I think it's a very ground-based matchup for both characters, right? And I think it's really fun for Maia because it's a matchup where she doesn't have to be highly mobile or take advantage of anything like that, right? So it's really fun. Now, the opening I went for here is a very popular opening. It's one that I go for a lot, especially in Season 1 with Saberwolf. It was really strong, still is strong with him. And it's really good with Maia too. It's crouching jab, right? So you start with jab. Now, if the first jab is blocked, you just do another jab, jab, and you push them out of range, right? It's a good opening. It'll beat a lot of options, and it's a strong start. You don't have to get risky with this air game, right? So since he jumped, after I whiffed this first jab, there's two things I could do. I could hit Crouching Fierce to try to anti-air him, or what I try to do is walk under this way to the left, so this whiffs and punish the landing frames with a crouching jab. So you can see me try that. So I tried to walk forward and then do crouching jab to punish that, right? But I just didn't walk forward far enough. His crouching fierce had, or his jumping fierce had such a big hitbox that I couldn't get under it. So that is my fault. I had the right idea. I just executed it a little too slow and I get hit for it. Okay, so let's move on here. He's going to do a manual into a heavy linker, which I break. So look at the space I give him on his wake up, right? I don't want to crowd him. I want to give him a little space. And I want to stand just far enough away that it looks like he's safe, right? So it looks like there's not going to be an attack. But I'm going to hit him with the Phantom crouching medium kick. You ready for this? So that crouching medium kick that I went for right there is really, really far. It's a really safe way to pressure someone on their wake up, especially because I did it a little later, so it might not have been a meaty. So if he uppercut, maybe it wouldn't have hit me. I'm not sure. I tried to do it a little later and cancel it into a dagger, right? He did a really good job of staying patient and blocking from that far away because a lot of people would have been stand blocking from that far and gotten hit by it. But yeah, he stayed patient. It was a good block. Get some pressure. I think you tried to overhead me right there, and you just, my stand medium kick was a little too fast. Do a nice short combo, end it, juggle, sweep. Now, I messed up here. The fact that I'm already jumping should give you guys an indicator that I messed up. This setup, I did it way too early. I needed to wait a second before I jump, and, yeah, this is really stupid of me for me to miss that. So I missed the setup. And it was supposed to be just a meaty jump fierce into a forward roundhouse, right? So the jump fierce was going to hit, and I was going to go for forward roundhouse as an anti-throw setup. Excuse me. So what actually ends up happening is he is holding up on his wake up. I missed the jumping completely. The forward roundhouse comes out, and he just hits me with the jump fierce. So I look like an idiot because I totally mistimed that setup that didn't have to be mistimed at all. That was a really, really easy setup to hit. And I just messed it all up. So he's going to walk up to me. Now, this is important because this is the first time he's gotten a knockdown all match, and I get to see what he's going to do to me on my wake-up. So that meaty stand medium kick was going to be for if I quick stand, but I didn't. So he goes for stand medium kick meaty, which I end up backdashing, and you're going to see exactly what he goes for here, right? You can see it even though it doesn't come out. Short, and you see here he's going to do stand short. So what he did was meaty stand medium kick, crouch short wind kick. That's what he went for. Now, you might be saying, like, how do you know exactly what he went for? Well, there was the meaty stand medium kick to stuff what I did, and then there was crouch short, stand short, which means the crouch short was buffered into something, and he just ended up standing at the end of it, right? So that's what it was. It was stand medium kick, low short, wind kick. Now, which is really good information for me, even though I didn't block it. I know exactly what he went for, and I know how he likes to pressure when I get knocked down. So that's a really good indicator. And that's also an indicator that he's pretty good because that's a very, very common thing against strong Jago players. That's what they like to do. So I've already learned a lot by just getting knocked down and safely getting away through a backdash. So what's going to happen here is we're going to move to this space. This is the space where Maia, I think, is very uncomfortable in this matchup. Where I actually want to be is right around here, which is where my dagger is going to bounce back to. So I'm going to forward dash to try to get there. Very good. Now, this is the space you want to occupy because Maia's best footsie tool in this matchup is her daggers, right? Her daggers are the best thing she has. It outranges his normals. It's very quick, right? And it stuffs a lot of things, and it's very, very strong. And he has to be afraid because he's afraid of my mobility. So that is the range you want to occupy, and I'm going to start using the daggers. So here you go. Just going to throw 1, 2. Now, this is really, really important. The reason I walk forward here to grab this dagger, there's 2 reasons. If he tried to do a super right here to go through what I was doing, I would have been able to block, even though I was walking forward. It doesn't hit instantly, so I would have been fine. But the reason I walk forward here to get this dagger is because I want to have both daggers so that I can anti-air if he jumps. So, I walk forward to pick up the dagger, which means that this jump can now be anti-aired by Crouching Fierce, which I do. So all of that was a setup to get the anti-air. I was expecting him to jump because he doesn't want to block those because he wants to build the pips. Now, if he jumped back, then I could have just rolled forward and we would have been at the same distance. But since he jumped forward, I got the free anti-air. I walk up, and I'm really patient on his wake up. You can see I didn't go for anything fancy. So I just established that. That's really nice. Now, this was really good of him. What you're going to see right here is really, really good basic offense. He played this so great, and this is going to work against good players every time. Are you ready for this? So he does short, short. Now, he starts to walk forward. Naturally, when you see someone walk forward, you think he's walking up to throw me. So, like a smart player, I tried to stand tech. You see there, the stand tech came out right there. But he does low short as a kind of fake, tech setup. So, immediately, I'm like, oh no, I shouldn't have tried to stand tech. I should go back to crouch blocking. So I do. I go back to crouch blocking. You can see it right there. So what does he do? He hits me with an overhead. You can see I try to block it. I don't know if you guys saw it on time. I'll scroll back. I almost blocked it, but I was just a second short. Because of that, he gets all this damage. I fake the breaker here. Ends the combo. Now, this is a really common setup. When I saw that stand fierce, I knew the setup he was going to go for. It's stand fierce, cancel fireball, dash forward. It's a immediate setup. So right now, I am in block stun, which means I'm going to start mashing instinct. Because if there's any hole in the block stun, I'll get through. There's a hole in the block stun, which means I'm going to be able to uppercut right here. I don't go for the juggle because I don't want to waste a lot of instinct time. Now, he woke up with low short, which is information for me. I saw the low short, and I know that means he likes to wake up with low short because he sees that I'm respecting the uppercut, right? That's the reason why. So that's information for me. So I counter poke with a jab, get this going. That was a good attempt on the shadow counter, but I snuffed it out. Again, I go for a second throw. Now, we both do something really smart here. So I do stand fierce to stay in the front, and I'm going to walk up. Now, he thinks I'm going to throw. So what he's going to do is neutral jump. I think he's going to tech throw, so I go for forward roundhouse. This look familiar? So he's going to hit me with the neutral jump. I tried to stand tech right there because I thought I was going to block it. I didn't think I was going to be hit by it, so then I get locked out because the stand tech is obviously a light breaker attempt, and he's going to get the life bar. So he made a really smart decision right there by trying to get out of my throw setup. And I just did something that was a little too risky. So I think that was the biggest problem. So I jump back here, use this, and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to use the shadow, get this life bar, with a one chance break ender, and that'll be that. So I go for the shadow, but I'm too far. The first hit just barely whiffs, and the second 2 hits hit, and he did a really great job here with this shadow counter. That was a really, really great shadow counter. I guess break the fierce right there. Now, the reason I guess broke that was because I had a 1 in 3 chance, but I figured he would go for something either medium or heavy, right? I didn't think he would go for light because light is very easy to break if I'm just mashing throw tech. So that's what I figured. So I had a 50-50 chance basically, and I just guessed. And that's what happened. So I get the light dagger. Now my goal here is to get the medium dagger, which is over here. So I have a cute little setup for this. And this is really important. I throw the dagger. I jump. He immediately stand blocks like, oh no, here comes the big jump in. Throw. That means I get to roll twice because the dagger's not all the way in the corner. If it was in the corner, I would have done roll jump to grab the dagger. But instead, I just do roll twice. Block. Because I thought he was going to uppercut instinct. But he just does uppercut. And I punish with a throw. The reason I punished with throw is because I knew it would kill him. That's why I didn't go for any combos or anything like that. And it would just reset the situation. I did jump back fierce as the opening gambit. It's a very safe thing to do. He did neutral jump fierce, I think. Or forward jump fierce. So yeah, I know that he likes to jump on that, and the only thing he can do to chase my jump back fierce is to read it and go for something really, like, scary. He has to take a big risk there, so. And then you see I walk up. I play very patient here. I don't go for anything too crazy. I'm playing the neutral very, very slow, very patient, right, at that range that we talked about. And now that he realizes that, he's trying to walk forward to close the distance so that he doesn't have to play at that range. And you can see I deal with it by doing jump back dagger usually, or jump back fierce, something like that. to try to regain that space. I don't want to backdash, because if I'm backdashing and he sees the movement and tries to think it's a dagger and he does shadow wind kick, he'll catch me. So you can see there I'm whiffing buttons too, because I want him to do shadow wind kick to try to catch the dagger, but he's not taking the bait. So I just clip him there. That was a good bait by me. I didn't do a really great job of punishing it, but the main reason I backdashed there was actually to grab my dagger, right? Because when it landed right there, the safest way for me to get it back after this jump in, I backdash to pick up the dagger, and I covered my backdash by throwing another dagger, or throwing the dagger. So that was a safe way for me to do it. Again, do you see that? That was so good by him. Same setup he did earlier. He hits me with the low short, walk up. I'm going to try to stand tech. You see right there? That's stand tech. He hits me with it. Really nice job. Now, if you guys don't know, after someone does a wall splat, there's a real kind of 50-50 scenario. So if I think he's going to throw me, I can tech the throw, right? Because the throw is going to do unscaled damage. It's going to do a lot of damage if I don't tech it. But in this situation, as you can see, he's going for an overhead. I didn't think he was going to throw me, because even if he did throw me, I was going to get instinct. So I was like, oh, well, if I take the throw, then I can pop instinct on my wake up and I'm safe. So this is a really important part of the match, because I guess right here, and I'm going to bring him all the way back to mid-screen, which is important. I built a lot of meter here, and I'm all the way back to mid-screen. I go for a really, really safe thing on his wake up. You know how he's been hitting all those low shorts? I'm pretty sure he's going to wake up low short. So I do step back medium kick, which counter hits the low short. I get the combo, end it. I'm going to miss this here, but I did a really good job of recovering. This is something that's really important. If you guys don't have this skill or this practice in this, then this is something you definitely need to learn. So I missed the sweep, but I immediately see that when I'm walking back for the setup. So I check him with jab, jab. Now, as I'm doing these jabs, I'm looking down here to see what my pip situation is like, right? That's important for Maia players to keep track of that. So I'm going to just throw the dagger, right? Now I have full pips, which means any hit he's dead, or I can just throw the daggers and he's dead. So I do the jump fierce. I was going to try to use the jump fierce to lock him down and block stun and then throw the daggers. But since he got hit by that, the match is pretty much over. At this point, the Jago player should be trying to figure out how to get out of this setup. So here's what I'm going to do. Jump back. I threw the dagger. You can see there, quarter circle forward. Punch. He should be jumping, because if he doesn't jump, then the match is over. Since he eats it on the ground, I'm going to roll, low short, light, tumble kick, and that's it. So if he didn't jump right there, then that's it. That's pretty much the game. The game's over at that point. So he needed to recognize that. But besides that, I feel like he played this matchup really well, right? The most important thing, I think, is in the corner, me getting that uppercut, because that meant I got to get all the way out of the corner, back to mid-screen. I got the counter hit, into the combo, into the setup, into that. So that was the most important part about the match, I think, for sure. But the one thing that you can take away from this, right? Let me just go back here. The one thing that you can take away from this for sure is that his offense was really, really good. So he hit me with the same setup basically twice. I fell for it both times because the setup's that good, right? Walking forward into a low short or a low medium kick is a very, very tricky thing to deal with because you think it's going to be a throw. So once I just start crouch blocking because I'm like, fine, he's going to, walk up low short or low medium kick. He just does walk up throw or walk up overhead. And he has me respecting the mix up instead of trying to escape it, which is really, really good thing for him. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this breakdown. This is just an example of a breakdown of analysis on a match that I played, right? If I was doing an analysis of your guys' replay, I would watch it through and do something really, really similar to this where I break down step by step. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, learned a little something. That's the goal here. And this is what you guys can expect when I break down your replays. So thank you guys for watching. I know it was a bit wordy, a bit lengthy, but this is the kind of stuff, this is the kind of homework you got to do if you want to get better. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys again soon.